What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah? Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
You know, she was so close. I had her. Hello and welcome in to another incredible week of your show. Yes, as far as we know, this right here, the only show that goes live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, scheduled viewing, originating out of Saskatoon, and always so proud and always so appreciative that we can say that, because that makes us the hyper-local voice of this beautiful city we love so much. And it's very, very, very cool to be able to say that as well. My name is Gary. I am your host. Told I look like Forrest Gump today when he goes for a run. What do you think of that? Yeah? We got the Phenom in the house. Give away Phenom. Like, I'm doing 100 things right now, dude. Like, don't ask me about Forrest Gump. That's fair. So I hope you had a lovely weekend. It was a great weekend for anybody who golfs, as the U.S. Open made everybody out at Oakmont look like us, which is very cool. One person shot under par. And that one person ended up winning the tournament, and he finished one under par by making a 64-foot putt, the longest putt of the entire weekend. I guess the entire tournament, the whole thing. So big congratulations to JJ Spawn, your U.S. Open major champion, and in very, very dramatic fashion. Lots more going on. Got hockey, got basketball, all the local sports, everything to get to, and we'll get there eventually, as we got a great show for you today. Normally it's Brooksie's. Mondays with Brooksie's, or Brooksy Mondays, whatever we're calling them. She got booked up this afternoon, so we're going to move her Twitch stream that we normally do today over to Friday, and she'll be joining us at some point this week for a weekly appearance on the show, because that's in her contract. So she has to, whether she likes it or not, to quote the boys from Commander Cookout Podcast. We also have a camera, and, you know, she took off. That's what if you caught the beginning here, I was talking out loud to myself because I tricked Margaret into getting her up on stage. And then right before the intro hit, and now she's doing it again. Okay, she's going to go cute, though. She just took off, and now she's going to have a little party. So it'll be like a Margaret party cam as well. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Mega Cam. Oh, now you pay attention? That's what you're doing? That's so cute. The Mega Cam for our incredible pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. I'm going there tomorrow. Marge needs some more food, so we're going to go say hi to Mike and or Rochelle and Leroy, Maggie's boyfriend, who is also a greeting dog. It's going to be fantastic. And then while we're there, she always likes to help herself to some treats from the giant treat bins. And tomorrow is Treat Tuesday, so you get a pretty good deal on treats as well. They got huge buckets of treats everywhere. It's pretty amazing. Marge, people are sick of seeing your back. Come on, look at the camera. Other way. Don't look at me. Look away. Okay, she's not. Oh, and there's my alarm. I knew it. I was charging. Yeah, grab it for me, Fino. Just pass it through the window there with your hand. So we're going to go in there. We're going to get some food. She's going to get some treats. We're going to get some outfits, because they have all of those things. As well, we also have, in that building, the greatest cleaning station in the history of puppies. And we're going to do an Adventures with Maggie video this week with her, as I'm just waiting for Brooksy to confirm that. We're going to get her in the tub, and then you're going to soap her up, and then we're going to wash her off and blow dry her and all those good things. As well, they have everything you need. I'm talking medicines, I'm talking beds, I'm talking kennels, I'm talking tools for maintenance, pickup of poops, so much more. And if they don't have what you're looking for, they will order for you, because Mike and or Rochelle are absolutely amazing human beings, and that's the reason they're a part of this family of ours, because we believe in promoting good people doing good things. So they are a prime example of that. And they're also open after hours and on weekends. Margaret, stop the licking, buddy. You're going to sneeze. You're going to do a big sneeze. Thanks to Kirsten and Chris. So head on by, say hello, and I promise you, your life will change for the better forever, because they're just amazing there. They got so much good stuff and just good people. That's our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. Well done, Marge. Very well done. A very special happy birthday to Simon Hyatt. It was yesterday. You see him here every Wednesday on the All the Way Around table, one of our favorite people. I'm horrible at knowing birthdays, even more so now that I don't check birthdays every day when I get into work like I used to when I worked at the old job for 21 years. So being out of that, I've missed a lot of birthdays. If I missed your birthday, I apologize, including to the great Simon Hyatt, turning, I imagine he's in his 30s, maybe his 20s. He's got to be like mid-20s. Such a stud. So very special happy birthday to Simon Hyatt, and we'll give him a big birthday hug on Wednesday when he's in here for another edition of the All the Way Around table. That was the alarm for today going off, was to make sure you remember to wish Simon Hyatt a very happy birthday. So we love you, buddy. Okay, I guess we can get down to business. Margaret, yeah, you're looking silly again. Let's see. We got to train her how to look at cameras, one step at a time. A lot of stuff happened over the weekend and last week, and we got a bunch of pre-tapes to go about stuff. We got new shows here. We got a lot going on, and one of the funnest things that we did was the second ever episode of the 13th Melon. It is your Rider Game Day show. Now, the reason I okayed this, the reason we all thought this was a good idea to do was because there's a bunch of pregame shows out there. Shout out to the Green Zone. Love my boys over there. There's a bunch of fan-made podcasts out there, like the Piffles podcast and a bunch of other ones that are really good. We love all the guys. We didn't want to step on anyone's toes. And we looked around and we said, well, no one's doing anything during the game, right? Like, no. The only people that were silly enough to do that was way back in the day at Ralco when Scotty Villa and I had the fan zone. And that was awesome. We loved it. It was a great time. Shout out to Scotty Villa, my main man. And so we said, well, maybe we could do something during the game, like a watch party. Because then we're not stepping on anyone else's toes. No one needs to get mad at us. We'll just step in and we'll do some Rider stuff. Because LB is a huge Rider fan. So we had the second edition. And then he comes in and he makes these incredible highlight videos to let you know what it was like and give you a feel for it so you can join us next time as that show continues to grow. This Friday, by the way, will be the third episode, as it will be the Riders' third game. So we have a little highlight package from the second edition of the 13th Melon that we're going to play for you right now.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the 13th Melon. We are back for week 2 of the CFL as the Riders take on Hamilton.
Go Riders, win the game.
No, that's not.
Man, I'm bleeding green today, bro.
I appreciate it. You're bleeding green in every manner except wearing green. But I don't think you own
except
green.
Except my gambling, too. I'm going to make
true.
sure I put a
that's
real
very true.
greasy
that's
Gary
very,
curse
very
on
true.
this bad boy. It's going to be good.
So, Riders in Hamilton taking on the Ticats, who everybody seems to think is really good. Hot take, I'm not so sold on them.
So you're saying that the moral of this story is that Hamilton sucks and they're fool's gold for all the people saying Hamilton.
Well, I was sure of that, but I might have to eat my words.
We'll see.
We'll have to see. I still think we can pull the game out, but it might be it might be a little closer than I thought it was going to be.
I will say this: the Riders are favored according to Bodog.
Yeah. So Old Man Shouting Cloud was on the RCFL subreddit. His give the rock to Thomas the Train.
That's it.
That was what he said. I am adopting that. So
Yeah.
thank you, Old Man Shouting Cloud. That
We're
is
running
great.
that one up the flagpole.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
But you know what they've done like last year when Ouellette was injured and still starting is they would run him and he would get, 3 or 4 plays and then they drop in the backup for a couple plays, right?
Yeah.
Just so that he can get those reps and it seems to work for him. So I'm hoping they do the same thing with Kadeem Carey because I want to see what he can do.
Yeah.
Because my biggest concern with him is so he had a breakout season last year in Toronto. Not breakout, but he had a really good season. Everybody was talking about him. And he got dropped in preseason. Now,
very strange.
That doesn't happen without a reason.
If you're good,
that
doesn't happen.
Right, without a reason. There has to be a reason.
Even if you're good and you have a reason, they'll still keep you. That's my point. Right?
Exactly. And so I don't know what the reason is. Nobody seems to be talking about it, and everybody just seems to be excited. But I think it's almost the same, not mistake that we made with Ouellette, but he came here and we were like, yes, we got a star running back, and then he's been injured the whole time.
That's true. Maybe there's injury
lingering. Yeah,
or
lingering.
Maybe there's some locker room issues.
You never know. Off field,
yeah.
What are you thinking, buddy?
I got to take Hamilton first and foremost.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I don't like how these guys are taking my Hamilton Thunder. But we're going to go, it's got to be high scoring, right? He's got to be high scoring. Let's go Hamilton 42, Saskatchewan 28.
Whew. All right. Well, you know I got to pick Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that's it. That's why we're always going to be going opposite, which is
Yeah,
good.
we can't. I will almost never not pick Saskatchewan.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
better
guarantee
not.
it.
You
I
better
can't
not,
guarantee it.
dude.
I mean, if
you
they're
do, I'll smack you, bro. It's
Wow.
your team.
I also want to win.
Yeah, but
Right. But
yeah, I guess.
okay,
depending how competitive
score wise,
you are. What do you got,
I
Tiger?
think it's going to be low.
Here we go.
I think we
Total
have such a
opposites.
good. It's going to be the same thing as last week, except a little bit better.
Okay.
Our defense is locked in, and our offense is just starting to get rolling.
Okay.
It's not going to quite
All right.
do what we want. So I'm going to go and say it's going to be a 28-24 game.
28-24. That's the same as Coach 2. Can't do it.
Yeah, I can.
Rider prognostications say you cannot do the same score.
Did I? Okay, I'll choose something different.
Yes.
I didn't even.
Network Ryan.
It like subtly influenced me or
And
something. I
now
didn't
it's-
even.
Now it's gonna hit, and you're
I
gonna
put
be
that
so
in and
upset.
didn't even look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Subliminal messaging strikes again.
29-25.
Man, that's still a lot of points for a low-scoring game.
I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah, that's
You know
fair.
what I mean?
Dude, it's your pick. Look how I pick. I have
No.
0 points. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna put a little pickle on there
Ooh,
too.
that
Look at
looks
that.
good. I'm gonna go without the pickle
Cheers.
first.
Go Riders. Bugsies.
Mmm. The silence speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Just take a look at that.
Oh boy.
Like, tell me that's not everything you're looking for in a wing. That's the thing with the wings from Bugsies, by the way, is they have amazing flavors all the time that they're hard to explain. It's got the tickle, like a little spice at the tie, like just a little bit, and then that like savory, like teriyaki peanut butter, like
Yep.
it's so good. Look at those.
As you mentioned, is we talked about flats and good sports.
Hell yeah.
His good sport of the week was Jorgen Hoos, who's the long snapper.
Hey, yes, sir.
Played his 150th career CFL game, all of them with the Riders. And he's a local kid, too. He's from
He's a
Regina.
Husky, man, yeah.
Or Husky, yeah.
Pretty
All
sure
right.
that's what it is. What
Hamilton
do you
gets the first drive here. Let's see what Bo Levi Mitchell can do. You know what I would like to see right here?
do? Interception.
Pick six.
Oh.
I know you hate that term, and I'm going to keep using it at every turn. Pick six.
Touchdown.
Pick six. Pick six. There was a pick six in the game last night. Or almost a
Interceptions
pick
for
six.
touchdowns. Looks good. So
You know
does
what? The thing I
Dobson.
always find funny when they show the lineups and they show all the headshots
Yeah.
is like, obviously their direction when they're taking the photos is unclear because some of them are like
Looking away.
smiling and then others are like, I'm a
Mug
big.
shot.
Yeah, like exactly. It's
That
crazy.
one guy had the Raleigh Fingers mustache.
Yeah.
Which I really like. I'm gonna get one of those. I need my stash wax from Uncle Mike's. He had a lot of return yards.
Yeah, he was looking pretty good.
He was 1/3 of like the total yards gained. For
Yeah.
the day.
I don't
He
know.
was
I
running
just,
back hard.
again, he just runs out too easy. Like right there. He went.
You
he
gotta conserve your body, bro. You can't just go get blowed up every single time.
that's your
football.
job as a returner.
Yeah, but it's also your job as a human being to protect yourself.
You're getting paid to return.
Yeah.
So return.
That's how you die. That's how you die on the football field. You have to have some awareness of yourself. That's how you get hurt, bro. That mindset right there, that's the one.
It's the first play of the game.
I know. I'm just saying. If you're looking around and there's no holes and there's a sideline right there, because that was a kick to the right side of the field, he had no room to go anywhere unless you're
Go
going
the
to go
other
all
way.
the way across. Yeah, that's true. But then you're going to end up losing yards, and then what?
Don't lose yards.
You'd be a great coach. What a
It's-
guy.
It's simple.
Don't be a dumb
You
dumb.
see player,
Yeah.
you see opposing player, you run that way.
I'm not going to argue with you.
We go that way, you run that way.
Follow your blocks. Johnson.
Oh, Keyshawn Johnson. Not that Keyshawn Johnson. But you see right
That's it.
there,
Jamie Divide, night balls.
did you see how much space Trevor Harris had there?
So much
Like the
time.
O-line opened
So
up a
much time.
perfect, like a literal like staircase, grand staircase lane in the middle for him.
So, no Bain Jr., no
Not yet.
Schaefer Baker.
Nope.
That's crazy, eh? They're missing so many
wide
starters.
open. There we go.
And they just don't care. They
No.
got depth, man.
Yep. Our receiver core is really deep.
Oh,
that's
and
pass
he got
interference.
it.
That's
no.
PI. No, that's PI.
Not even close. That was perfectly timed, dude.
No, it wasn't.
Fumble. Fumble. Oh.
That's PI. That's PI.
Take off your green sunglasses, bro.
No, that's PI.
You wait. You're going to be very embarrassed when you see this replay. That was perfect timing.
That's PI.
Wait for it. All the balls just touch him.
That's PI.
Perfect.
He didn't have it.
Perfect timing.
He didn't have it.
Doesn't have to.
That's PI.
It bounced off him, dog.
No. You're wrong.
You can say whatever you want. Everybody watching this game knows what happened.
You're wrong. Oh,
play.
that was a...
What a cat.
I don't know why Winnipeg let Kenny Lawler go. Like...
Probably too much money.
Maybe.
People don't talk about the salary caps in the CFL enough.
That's true.
Like, it's really hard to build a team with that little money. Do we even know what the cap is? We ever talked about that?
I don't think so. Because, again, nobody talks about it.
Exactly. Like a full,
2025 CFL salary cap set $6,062,365.
So your full team, that's your entire team. How many players? 53 active?
Isn't it in the 40s? I think it's 45.
45?
Plus your IR and your practice roster. And does that include your team and your trainers?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's not true. I believe your coaching staff and all that is separate.
I would think so.
Either way, an entire roster is the same price as like a punter in the NFL.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And trying to put an entire roster into
It's crazy. Well, and then, you think about BC, like Rourke's contract is for $750,000.
Crazy.
That's
and
almost...
that's what I'm saying. So you got Winnipeg, you need Kalaros, you need all your other studs over there. He was probably priced out because he's like been a top receiver for a couple years now, right?
Yeah.
I will say, though, it is enjoyable. I enjoy
It's fun
watching the
football.
games. Most of the issues I had with it for so long was because I was doing the sports show, and it was forced down my throat all the time.
Right.
Like I always tell the story, it's like middle of December, huge trade in the NHL. The great Drew Remenda has a guy coming on from the team that the trade came from, and that gets bumped for leading off the show with Riders signing a third-string center.
There's Olet.
He's still going.
He's still going. Whew, that was a good run. See, there the chest beat.
That's why you bring him up.
There he's fired up. There he's getting going. So we get a misconduct foul, 15-yard misconduct. So Hamilton runs into him, and he gives him a little backhand tap like that and gets a 15-yard. That is BS. Come on, guys. Let's do better than that. All right, let's see what they can do.
All right, they want to run it, obviously. That's a big hole.
There's Thora. There, go. Go. Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
He said, if you look at the, they're not a windsock, but like the indicator on the top of the field goal posts.
Yeah.
It's,
It's floppy. It ain't stiff.
Yeah, it was just still. It wasn't doing anything.
Flaccid.
Yes.
I like to use medical terms on this show.
Is that a medical term?
Of course it is.
Where's our producer? Is flaccid a medical term? Is flaccid a medical term? Man, 106 rushing yards for the Riders, 23 for Hamilton.
They're on that ground, baby.
It is, the score doesn't reflect, I think, the way the first half was played.
I agree.
Good to see, and good to see. I mean, I'll see Alfred with that return kind of sparking the short field touchdown drive too, and I think he's a big X factor for them. So he might maybe make a game breaking play here in the second half. Might be something to keep an eye on. Roadrunners, they eat snakes, right? But they like rattlesnakes, so they have to like do this whole like dance, and because the way their feet are, they can like jump backwards away from the snake, and then like. But I thought they would just like stab them or like use their beak because they have these sharp beaks.
Yeah.
But they get a hold of the snake's head, and then they just slam the snake head into the ground over and over again, and crush its skull. And that is how Roadrunners kill snakes. So there you go. There's
that is fascinating.
the footage of this. The footage of this was just wild.
All right, you guys.
All right.
Let's
see what they got.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's the intercept. Milligan.
Look who it was.
There's
Of
Milligan.
course it was.
There's Milligan.
It's my guy. He's going.
He's going all the way. He's going all the way.
to work.
He's going all the way. He's going all the way.
Hey, bro, don't yell into the mic. You're screaming.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you're riding the pots, you can't be yelling in the mics. Like that.
That's why I was back here.
I know, but I'm telling you, that's how loud you. My ears were stinging. You're so amped up.
Let's go.
You got to go for 2 now.
You know what that is?
Two.
You know what that is?
Man?
Pick 6.
Oh,
It's a pick 6, baby.
That's right, though. It should be automatically reviewed.
Well, yeah,
so
that's true. He shouldn't have had to have challenged
so now you lose
it.
your
Yeah.
challenge because you didn't win it. Oh, okay. So they're only reviewing if he crossed the line, not if it was a catch.
So it wasn't a potential scoring play then, according to them.
Touché.
Wow.
Dang
So
it,
they do
Leader.
actually get it.
Leader is all over this.
Oh! Who is that?
Amazing. 88.
Myers, Dante Myers, another 1-year veteran, and
Keep throwing. See, throw on first down.
are they gonna?
They'll say we didn't catch it.
What are they?
They're gonna say he didn't catch it, but that's okay. Look good. Gotta get
I
the
mean,
feet
I can
down.
see it. It was really
Get the
close.
feet
Did he get the
down.
feet down?
Catch.
Yeah, that's a catch.
I think his shoulder came down too.
Yeah,
Came
no,
down.
that was good. He's got positive
There's
control
one.
all the way to the ground.
Oh,
His
it's
toes.
close, man. It's really
No, but his toes are in. His toes were on the
His
ground.
one toe. Watch his other toe. His back toe. He almost Superman jumps. Watch that right. See the right one?
Right there,
Oh,
it's in.
knee. His
Yeah,
knee got down.
yeah,
Okay, not
and his
foot.
left toe. His left toe was
He
down the
was
whole
already
time
out
too.
by that time. Welcome to arguing about possession.
Well,
On
but
the
it doesn't
13th
matter if the
ballot.
ball's out if he still touches inside.
But that's what I'm saying. He was out, like the ball was down on the outer bounds.
They're
before it gets
challenging
down.
it.
Yeah, it's a good challenge.
Yeah, it's a fair challenge.
Yeah.
Like, but
I think it's 50-50 shot. But I think his foot
it really
didn't get
depends
down,
on
but that knee.
It depends on what angles they get.
Yeah, that right knee was, I believe, in after his left foot tapped. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, reverse curse. Lawler with the drop. Sorry, bro.
He's
You've
so
had
mad
enough.
at himself.
He's
Are you
had
so
enough.
mad at yourself? You dropped the ball.
Hey, don't be mean, bro.
I'm not being mean. You said that last week when I was mocking
I
them.
know. You're so petty. These poor guys.
They're
just out
professional
here
football
trying-
players. They get paid to be mocked. That's one thing I love about Coach Mace. Is
Oh,
when
he's animated?
he's into it. Like when something good happens, he's into it. Like I think it helps make him feel like more of the team in the players' minds.
Hell yeah,
Like
he's
you
a
know what I
young
mean?
guy too, hey?
Yeah, he's in his 30s, I
Yeah.
think.
Man, so
Riders win.
MLS last week,
Final score.
Keyshawn this week.
Tommy Stevens. We're really seeing why we brought him in.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Third string quarterback in for short yardage. Most normal short yardage quarterbacks go for about 1, maybe 1 and a bit. He
And
put
the
up
only
11 and 4 attempts.
And the only reason they're bringing in a short yardage quarterback is so that
Trevor Harris doesn't hurt
yeah,
himself.
exactly. So the starter doesn't hurt himself, but he's
Very smart.
built for the short yardage. So
Yeah.
I like to see that.
Thor's ringing.
Thor, Odin's son, protector of mankind, rise to meet your fate. Your destiny awaits.
Shout out to Amon
Dun,
Mark
dun,
and
dun,
Sabaton.
dun, 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 dun.
Sweating.
With that win, it puts us
Oh, yeah,
to
standings, 2-0.
2-0, which is first in the West at this exact moment. Friday. Actually, that should say 4:30.
Riders versus Argos, June 20th.
Show starts at 4:30. Ignore that. It's 4:30.
Cutting into your show.
Or is it
We're
4:30?
doing it
Is
just
5?
like
I swear kickoff was supposed to be 5:30 unless
7
they changed
p.m.
it.
Eastern, 5 o'clock.
Unless they changed it. Hold on. No, it's 5:30.
Yep.
It's 5:30.
So you
Their
nailed it.
TSN coverage starts
At 5.
At 5,
Gotcha,
but
their
the actual kickoff
Just
is
like
at
our
5:30.
pregame.
Just like our. So
Right
that
after
is
your
right.
show.
So don't ignore that.
And I'm excited to watch next week. This has been a lot of fun.
It's a great game.
Hell yeah. We get to cool down now because I am sweaty.
I got to do it.
We got that AC going.
So, okay, I
Great
got to remember
postgame.
how I set this up to edit. Okay, bye.
Perfect. There you go. Every game day, we are in the house with the 13th Melon as the Riders go 2-0. Thank you again to LB, who does all the work for that show. The whole goal is to turn me back into a fan of the CFL and the Riders, as I had fallen out over the years. And he's doing a pretty good job. We're getting into it pretty good. So, Game 3 this Friday, 5 p.m. It's at 5:30, I believe. Kickoff. Pre-game starts at 5, something like that. It's right after the Your Show, so we're literally doing like a set change in between a pre-tape on the Friday to get it all set up. It's going to be really cool. Our first chance to do this kind of stuff. So, the 13th Melon, and all the love again to Brad and the whole team over at Bugsy's. I'm telling you, dude, they got this really exciting campaign coming up, and it's going to be really cool. So thank you again to them for the wings and the sliders and the chorizo nachos and everything in between. As we have a lot of fun. This is the Monday edition of Your Show. We are minus Brooksy today, who is like each day has a theme, and This one's like Mondays with Brooksy. That's what we do. But we had to move that around, so we're basically just recapping the weekend and rolling into the new work week. I also want to tell you about my friend Mobley, all right? Full name, Mobley Urente. He likes to answer that question, why work with him this spring? Interesting. Well, if you're looking to buy a home, he's got your back. That's a good reason. Mobley Urente with TMG The Mortgage Group works with multiple lenders to find the best financing options, even if you're self-employed, have non-traditional income, or face credit challenges. His services are completely free. Love that. And he is here for you from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Whether you need refinancing, a mortgage renewal, or just expert advice down the road, he will always be here to help. That's our main man, Mobley Urente. Mortgages made simple. Give him a call or text him anytime. 306-370-5804. Ladies and gentlemen, in the biz, we call that a live read. If you think that's something that could help your business, help people get to know what you're all about, your movements, your charity campaigns, your organization, whatever it is that you need people to know about, we got you covered. All you got to do is send us an email. We even have a theme song for that email. And it goes a little something like this. I can't throw into it like that. You know, I always want to, that's my old hip-hop jump into. It's like, my name is Gary, and I'm here to say I like to have fun in a damn way. You know, like old school, like the Rappin' Duke. You really want to throw it back? Anyways, this song is not a hip-hop song. It's more of a 90s commercial theme. And this is how it sounds. Just send an email to contact@dufferinab.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. It's fun. We like to have fun around here. You know, everyone's so serious all the time. This is the one place where we'll never get too serious. Because we're real people just chasing dreams. I say it all the time. It's so cool. And it's always all thanks to you. So send us an email. Let us know what's going on. Okay? Let me just toss it. Super easy. I also got a website from the Royal Anders. Perfect website from a perfect man. This one's a little easier to send. Just give a little wave. Yeah. And the one thing that we missed out on today, without no Brooksy, because normally it's Gaming with Brooksy every Monday. You know, air horn. Yeah, check us out on Twitch, man. Blowing up. We've been calling it the Hansel of Twitch streams because it is so hot right now. Okay? Having a lot of fun. Mondays with Brooksy. Tuesdays, it's normally Brando and Gary get good games, but tomorrow we're doing some Bamford recordings. So we have moved that to Wednesday. That's a little programming change for you. This Wednesday will be Brando and Gary get good games. And then the CCO boys are in Vegas for the big giant MagicCon that's going on. They got the CCO house out there for the CCO Nation. It's a lot of fun. Very excited for them, but they won't be around this weekend. So the Friday night stream will probably, I haven't told you this yet, Phenom, have I? I'm sorry. The Friday night stream might be tossed. Maybe we'll throw something in there. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but we're going to have some time. Maybe we could do like a double Brooksy and Phenom day, and we can do some super smashing. I'm not sure, but Friday nights, it goes Mondays afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, and then Friday nights. But this week, it'll be Wednesday, Friday afternoon, and then possibly Friday night as the Twitch stream. So hot right now. You can tell because we got an air horn on it. All right, where am I going? Right here, and send it up. Woo! Very well done. The Monday edition continues of your show. We're going to get back into a previously recorded segment as I got to check in with one of my favorite dudes last Thursday, and we are going to play that for you right now. Let's go, Phenom. It's been way too long since we've had this guy in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Tristan the Destroyer. Hoorah! Give me some.
It's good to be here, buddy.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good, man.
Nice to see you.
We're still buzzing from the show on Saturday.
Drummer from Raven Witch, this guy who goes, and not before we get into any of that, I want to talk to you about your performance with Untimely Demise.
Oh,
What Matt called it, I think, gruntal harmonies, I think, or something like that. It was incredible.
I'll tell you the story.
Lay it on me.
Friday night, we had our last Raven Witch practice, and Untimely was jamming right after. They were waiting for Brian, their drummer, to come, and so they just started noodling. Matt brought his little stereo, and they started playing the guitar riffs, and of course they're playing Forgotten in Time, and that is like, before I knew Matt, before I knew Untimely, I heard that song, and I love that song. That is still, to my day, top 3 guitar solos. They started ripping it, and of course, I got up there, and I just started ripping the chorus, and Matt was like, we need to do this. Like, I was like, anytime you want me on, I will come and do it. He's like, tomorrow night. He's like, just come do it.
Just do it.
And then I'm almost on my story, but like we got there that night and I noticed like, because after each show, they take the mics down, like after each act.
Yeah.
So they only had one mic. And I was like, Matt, so like,
What are
how
we
do you
gonna
want me
do?
to do this
Yeah.
with one mic? He's like, it's rock and roll. Just come up and do it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So as soon as my cue hit, I just like climbed over a monitor.
Of course.
Wiggled my way up there
Yeah.
and we just like very gracefully sang together. But it was so heavy
That's the thing. I was sitting because I'm an old man and I have to sit, and my main man LB is sitting beside me,
Yeah.
and he goes, "The drummer from Ravenwitch is up there singing." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No way." And I look up, sure enough, there you are, and I'm like, "Oh, and they're harmonizing too."
It went so good. I was originally on a mission to one day play a show with Untimely, and now I have a new fun mission of eventually just working my way in to be a singer for Untimely Demise.
Love it.
Matt, I
love
hope you
that.
hear this.
Yeah, Matt, you take that to
I'm
heart.
coming for you.
Hell yeah. So the Ravenwitch show, I talked to you guys, like all of you after. I talked
Yeah.
to Meatball, I talked to you, I talked to Noel, I talked to Aaron. It was like the whole thing compared to the last time I saw Ravenwitch is night and day, man. And last time was good. This was like next level
I've
performance.
been working.
Yeah, and it shows. Like it's paying off.
It's like I always said in every band I've ever been in, there's always like, I shouldn't say this, but like there's always like one person you're like kind of worried about. The person you might feel, not in every band, but there's always
I've been
like
in
that
a couple
one
bands. I'm that person. Trust me.
That
I'm
one
the
like ooh, is this guy gonna be okay? Like but with Ravenwitch, everyone brings everything we need to the table.
Yeah.
Every time we practice, there's never like, oh, like this or that. It's like Meatball is hammering rhythm with me. The guitar players are just like melting faces, like
That's the
co-lead
crazy
guitar
part.
players.
That's the weirdest thing.
And then
'cause-
Aaron's vocals are just
Yeah.
like, raw, and then I just keep it all together. I just
That's
like
it.
lock them in.
like Matt and Noel.
Oh,
like
man.
you said it first, it's two leads. Like there's no rhythm. They
There's
just go back
no
and forth
rhythm,
and they
yeah.
play through each other. It's unbelievable. Like that connection. Like I was there when they first like they would jam at our house on 4th Street.
Because they've
And
been
they would
playing
come in-
together for
That's
over
it.
20 years.
That's what I'm talking about, man. They've done this for so long that it's so good to see it on a stage being spotlighted.
Yep.
So that was very, very, very cool. Your thoughts on the rest? And this chaos is freaking sick too.
Yeah, I had never seen them live
Me
before,
either.
but Mike's like a good friend. He's
Yeah.
dating a good friend of
Yeah,
ours, Susan.
absolutely.
And I was very happy. And it's funny because the drummer from that band, James, used to be the drummer for Untimely Demise. So
It's like this, man.
yeah. No,
cyclical.
they did great. And Mike brought these awesome lights and he really lit up the show.
It
And
was great
he's an
presentation.
amazing musician.
Yeah.
The night they practiced Friday night, he was literally playing. I can't remember what song it was, like 220 BPM guitar. He's like, "So how's your day going? Yeah,
Just
yeah,
having a
drive
chat.
is good. Drive is good." And he's just ripping. I'm like, this guy's a fucking legend.
How do you have a
man.
conversation while you're shredding? Yeah, like it doesn't add up, right?
No, it was
That's
great.
crazy,
What
man.
a great group of new friends. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people I hadn't met, are good friends now, and I can't wait to play more shows with these guys and
That's what I'm
girls.
talking about.
Because yeah, it was just fantastic.
I am looking into renting the Black Cat and putting on a show with the network.
Okay.
Hopefully, once Noel comes back, so like
Yeah.
September, October. So we might get back in there relatively soon.
We're looking at, because the last 2 years I've been trying to book a birthday show at Black Hat with Battle X, but we just couldn't lock the dates down.
Yeah.
And every year I was sad. So I told Matt and Aaron, and they were like, "We're gonna get a birthday show going."
When's
So,
the birthday?
my birthday is November 21st.
Oh, that's
so we're
perfect. Lots of
looking
time.
at booking somewhere in November. Nothing is set in stone,
Of course.
but we're gonna try really hard. And I have some ideas. Kimmy wants to get her dance friends and do like a vampire burlesque.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So
sounds
if the show does
awesome.
happen,
Yeah.
I'm
Well, that's
we're
sort
looking
of,
into having sort of like a different kind of vibe, like not just 3 bands, but
Yeah.
like mix it up like a festival. And festivals, they have like dancers or like
that's
freak
sort of
show or something like that in betwing. While people are moving gear, you can have an act in the front while we're doing backlines.
that's what our idea was.
Yeah.
Were you at the Untimely Demise show at, I think it was before it was Rock Bottom, but the old Wash and Slosh? They had a show down there. They had a hockey shootout. They had a Mario Kart contest in between.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it was incredible. And that was like the precipice for the idea of having like a Dufferin Avenue Media Network like series. You know what I mean? Like every 3 or 4 months we put on a show with
Get a
these
couple
bands we want to
bands
spotlight.
together,
Exactly. And then in
that's-
between sets we have these little contests or competitions going on.
I mean, I gotta be
that's-
honest with you, like as far as booking at Black Hat goes, like you can't find a better rate.
Yeah,
And
that's why.
The like you go like a lot of guys like I understand the demand or like the wanting to have all ages, but if you're okay with just supporting bar scene and music scene, you can get a great rate.
Great people
Bartender,
yeah,
security,
it's
you know,
awesome.
door guy, all that stuff is included, and it doesn't break the bank. And then the bands can make more money. Like I really like the Black Hat.
Yeah,
like,
I'm with you. So that's where we're gonna do it.
shout
So I'm
out
gonna
to
start getting into
Jody
that.
and the Black Hat.
Hell yeah, we'll be talking to them very soon because we're
I
gonna
hope
set
so.
something like that up.
Yeah.
And Raven Witch and the rest of the boys, they're all on the list of bands we're gonna be promoting there. So
If Battle X ever has a jam again,
we got you, dog.
we'll be on the list.
We got you. Real quick, we love plumbers around here. Give us some love for your plumbing.
Woo, woo, woo. Yep. I am the residential construction foreman of all new housing at Boss Plumbing.
There you go.
If anybody is looking to get into the trades or really just looking to start building a career for themselves, or if you have experience already, give us a call. You can even call me 306-261-5957.
There you go.
We are trying to hire like 20 people. So
That's a lot of
don't
people.
miss this opportunity to come get a job in construction.
There you go. See, the key words there, construction. That's what I like to say because we are a nickel plumbing network. They are the greatest plumbing company in the history of all plumbing and heating. But we also like to support a friend. So good to get that out.
And
And
so there's lots of market share to go
there
around.
it is. There it is. You know, we never like.
I think they
we never,
specialize in commercial. I'm more of residential side.
There
so.
you go. See, this is the way we do it. But it's nice to promote all of the good people doing good things, and that's what we're all about. So thank you again for making it in, brother. It's great to catch up with you, and we'll see you again down the road very soon.
Thanks, bro.
Power hand. One of these. We always have a lot of fun with the previously recorded segments around here. Thank you again to Tristan the Destroyer. As he's such a good dude. We love helping people out here. That's what it's all about, especially on this Brooksy-less Monday. As we had to move her today, she's got a bunch of stuff going on. We'll be back to normal next Monday, and looking very forward to it. This is the Monday edition of your show, and I had a little bit of fun at the end of that one. So sometimes when I'm editing these previously recorded segments, I sort of have to decide where to start and cut them off. And lots of times the funniest stuff happens right before you go on and when you go off. So a pretty good example of that there with Tristan. And once we are ready to rock, which it looks like we are, we have another great start here as well. And I hope you enjoy this one. Take it away, Phenom! You're great at everything except switching mics over.
I feel like that's what happened last time too.
It happens every time. There's always these little things. Okay.
Now?
Let's see. That's a good warm-up. I can come in better than that. Okay, here we go. Don't know what's up with this power stance. Look at this. What am I doing?
Shoulders
Jeez.
back.
Breathe. Oh, man. Look at falling out. I forgot that this was another one of my nipple shirts. I just grabbed the first
Your
shirt I saw. I
hair's
was running out.
covering it,
I'm
though.
hoping so.
Your hair's covering it.
I need to get some of that boob tape and just pop it on.
I love boob tape.
What's not to love? I guess that's how we could start. That's pretty good. Hey, hello, and we got my friend Ree here from Not That Kind of Book Club, another new show here on the network as the roster continues to grow. A lot of new shows debuting and getting into the swing of things. And you and Les, you guys have a very fun show, young lady. I'm so happy you're on the network. You did have a different experience today, though, recording solo, as Les couldn't make it in today.
Yeah, I did. And I managed to get, I think, 15 to 20 minutes of just
That's a show.
talking
That's a
all
show.
myself. You know, that's a great place to start. You see all these podcasters who are able to do it for an hour. I think 15 minutes is a good place to start. Anything longer than that, I'm getting a little bit redundant. We haven't trained that hard yet.
Look at this. How long has it been since you've done something like this? I know I've asked you before, but I keep forgetting. Like
Ooh.
years, right? Because you got the background.
A decade.
That's crazy.
It's been 10 years since I was in radio.
Man, and do you find it comes back pretty quick?
It is coming back a lot
Yeah.
faster than I thought it would.
Each show you're getting more natural and getting the swing of things, which is always good. I do know with the live show we do here Monday to Friday, which you're watching right now, your show from 4 to 5 p.m., I've had a couple episodes where I've had people drop out and I tried to go solo, and you are right. It sucks.
Oh, it's
so
really
hard.
hard. Like you think that you can sit, and I mean, sometimes I sit in my vehicle and I just talk to myself, and you think you can do it for a really long time, but to be engaging and not sit there and have to edit what you're saying constantly is tough.
Yeah, and you know, you watch all these people now doing different types of content and putting it all out there.
Yep.
And it definitely rings very close to home when you're sitting there struggling, because you look out and I think we can all agree, there's like tiers of sort of people and how they do things and this and that. And I'm always so proud of this place because everybody gets thrown into sort of that situation, and everyone seems to get through it.
Exactly. And that's the best way to do it, is trial by fire.
That's how you learn. That's how this whole place was built.
Exactly. And you can prepare for it as much as you want, but as soon as you get in there and that microphone is on, you've got the camera on you,
Frozen.
It doesn't matter how much prep you did. You just have to be going for it.
And that's it. That's the team here. Everyone, and that's the beauty of having a place like this too, is everyone just comes together and everyone's helping each other. We say it all the time. We lift each other up. We don't care about other people. We don't bring people down. That's all right. Everyone can have their own thing. But around here, we really, really, really like to just lift people up and remind them, hey, we're just real people doing stuff, man. Like it's normal here. There isn't program directors. There isn't bosses who are going to yell at you and coach you and do this and that in like a rude way. Sure, we'll give you guidance, but you have to create sort of your own identity.
Exactly. And I even, got to meet more people from the network today. I met Network Ryan this
he did
morning.
make it in, hey?
He made it in.
Isn't that nice?
Told me all about what he does, and I had a just blank face glass look on my face. And then he's like, you know what, but I make sure that your stuff goes up on Spotify and Amazon. Right. And I was like, great, we love you. Yeah. We love Network Ryan.
That's it. And we made the mistake of basically him and I and LB. We were like the big three in here doing all of our stuff. And he did so much work. And then he went and got a real job. So now he has all this work that he needs to do on top of his real job. So we're sort of in a transition where we're trying to make all that work. But it's another example of guys just coming together and figuring it out. So.
And that's the best part of your network, is so much of it is just coming in.
Hold on. Our network. It's not mine.
Oh,
never mind.
Oh no, my gosh, that's like a new partnership thing.
That's the stuff that bugs me, man.
Oh,
like whenever I hear anyone say my show on my show, this is what I do, and it always just bugs me. But I get it. Like lots of people are like that, and it is all about them. Not around here.
No.
So, I'm sorry, I rudely interrupted, but you can.
In the best way, our network, it's just wonderful people coming together and doing something that we love, because none of us have to be here, to be doing this. We are choosing to be here because we want to do this, and we want to be getting out there, and we want to be part of the damn network. Want to be part of damn
network. Little bro always gets mad when we do the acronyms, and the last word of the acronym is the word you're doubling up.
Yep.
So, but he's a perfectionist, so we don't worry about him. So let's get into this week. What did we get into?
Okay, so I talked about one thing on the podcast, which is fantastic. Not one thing. We talked about all the different places you can go to get books, because of course you have your Indigo chapters, Barnes and Nobles. If you're in America, we don't discriminate. We are here for the people.
There you go.
But then you think of places like Value Village. Different thrift stores are fantastic places to be getting books. You've got all your indie different bookstores, but then you have used bookstores you can go to as well. So we cover kind of a lot of the main places you would go. But then think of other things like Facebook Marketplace, garage sales.
Oh, hell yeah.
Book buying can be such a treasure hunt. And when you get into that zone where you have the energy and you're willing to go dig and look through it, oh my gosh, it's such a fun treasure hunt, Gary.
I'm with you. I got a buddy, my main man, Big Boy from Deneb Finishing. Shout out to Deneb. He comes over every Tuesday and we play Nintendo. And he used to collect Nintendo games and systems, like video games. And then he sort of transitioned out of that into books.
Ooh.
So he's out there buying lots of books. And I don't mean lots as in like quality, like lots as in like lots full of books, like 100 books at a time.
Of books.
Exactly, yes. And he's really into Stephen King.
Ooh.
So he's been collecting Stephen King books, and he's come across a couple now that have been like worth a couple $100 that are like unopened, that people just have in their basement in a box. So he's sort of like treasure hunting all the time with these different book lots. So he's got a really big collection going now, and he's read a lot of Stephen King. Hey, Margaret, you want to chill, bud? Thanks, dude. Look at her face. He's like, sorry, Dad. Just a big smile. But
Sweetie.
so when you talk about the treasure hunting aspect of it, that really intrigues me because it sounds like a lot of fun. Like he
It
loves
is
it.
a lot of fun.
He
It is
loves
the
it.
best time. So I told this story on the show, which I'll give you a bit of a preview and we'll talk about it.
Yes.
So super fortunately, my partner gave me a big book buying experience at Indigo for my birthday. That was a lot of alliteration
Happy
right
birthday.
there.
When was the birthday?
January.
Oh, geez, way late.
I
Okay.
know, but that's okay. Whatever. You know what? I'll take it all year round. Nobody cares about my birthday because it's so close to Christmas.
There it is. See, and that's a tough place to be. As well, with birthdays, I've noticed since I've stopped working at the radio station, I've missed so many birthdays because I'm never checking all of my stuff that I would always have to check before I go on air.
Yep.
So I miss birthdays everywhere. So I'm a bad birthday person. I used to be really good. And I always used to make sure I would just send a message on a text instead of like posting stuff everywhere. Because I always feel like if you're posting stuff on a social media thing, it's like, that's nice, sure, but it's not really personable. You know?
When's your birthday, Gary?
April 28th.
April 28th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
April
luck.
28th,
We'll see
Gary
this.
Nickel.
Timestamp
April
this one. Here
28th,
we go.
Gary Nickel.
You didn't give me yours.
I'm like Rain Man.
If you're close to Christmas, what, January like 5?
12th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a little bit further down, but I know what you mean.
See, the thing is, my family's very Ukrainian, so we celebrate Ukrainian Christmas on January 6th, and then January 14th is Ukrainian New Year's. So January 12th, by that time, nobody gives a shit, and everybody's like, "Oh, we have to get together again. Didn't I just see you for all these events?" And then I'm
give
like,
you presents,
No,
Sorry.
I get the whole. You get a present for Christmas, and it's like, "Oh, this is also your birthday present," and then I'm like, "Okay."
Why was I even born then?
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. I feel you. So to get back on track, sorry, I love to go on tangents.
I love it too.
We're talking about books, where you find them, how you get them.
Yes. Okay. So I had gone into Indigo and I bought all these books. We had checked out. We were on our way out and I saw this stand that had a book on it that looked really intriguing to me. And I thought to myself, had I seen this 5 minutes ago, I would have picked up a copy of this book. But we had already checked out. I'm not going to grab one more book and buy it. So from there, we decided to go to Perryton, which is a used bookstore.
Perryton.
Perryton. It's on 20th Street West.
Nice. Shout out.
Shout out.
We love local businesses, by the way.
We love Perryton.
Hell yeah.
And with their system, you can bring books in, you get credit, and then you can use that credit to buy more books. So in theory, I was not paying any money to get more books that day. So
Free
I'm
books.
Sorting around, looking through, and they have a stack of books, and I noticed the exact same book as was at Indigo, was at Perryton. And it had a beautiful little inscription from a daughter to a mother in it. And I went, are you kidding me? Like, this book was waiting for me here.
That's it.
So it's a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a treasure hunt.
See, and if you have a passion for that, you can really, really dive into it, like you said, because there's lots of places to search.
Yep. There is so many different places. And if you put in the time and the energy, like, every single week, if you go to a thrift store, perchance, they're going to be putting out new inventory every single time. So it's always going to be changing and rotating. People are coming through, they're buying books, they're donating books, they're getting restocked. So you just don't know what's going to be there.
It's excitement.
Oh, it's great excitement.
Lots of excitement. What's the best find you ever made while looking for books?
It was probably that one, just because I had just been at a big box store and wanted this book, and then I found it at the used bookstore.
With a signature in it.
Yeah.
Man.
It was beautiful.
You guys talk about it quite a bit, it being when you get a book from someone else and it has that inscription in it, and you know someone else like went through what you're about to go through. Maybe take a minute to describe that feeling again, just so people at home can understand why it's so cool.
Okay, so if it's an inscription from somebody else and I've bought that book used, it's just interesting to think about where that book has been, what the life it has gone through. I remember one time I got a book and I want to say the inscription was from 1996. A grandmother had given it to her grandchild, and I just thought it was so sweet. It was like, where has this book been for almost the last 30 years? Whose hands has it been through? How many people, how many lives, how many times has this book been read? It's just so enlightening that books can have these long lifespans.
A story within a story.
It really is. And it just gives the book so much more character, some energy, some life to it.
Yeah.
You know, I love buying a brand new book. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love that. But when you can find those books that have little bits of history and life in them, that's something special. Like even this book, this is our current book club of the month, favorite daughter. The author sent us copies and she even wrote in it for me, which is the sweetest thing. So now I'm going to keep this, but you know, someday I'm not going to be around anymore. This book is going to be around still, and someone's going to read, oh, look, like Morgan gave this book to Rihanna. Thanks for having me on the pod. I hope you love the book. Like, adorable.
Yeah, that's sweet. Okay, so we could talk about this stuff all day. I love when you can relate to stuff without really knowing about it, and the stuff being like feelings and like emotions journeys while you're going through stuff like this.
Yeah.
Did you get into the book a little bit more today?
Oh my gosh, Gary. I did.
Sorry I asked.
No, you never be sorry you asked.
Okay.
You want me to talk? I'm going to talk to you all day long.
Girl.
So I've only got about a quarter of the book left to read, which is fantastic. And we had talked about this last week when we were on your show, and you said, how funny would it be if the two sisters, the one who is the therapist and the one who's going to therapy, were linked up? I kid you not. That is the plot in this book. Yeah, of course it has to be.
It's what stood out the most from what I was told about the book.
So it's just got me thinking about different stories with siblings and stuff like that. And it makes me think about funny stories with my siblings because it's a pretty hard read. There's a lot of addiction in it. There's a lot of trauma going through it. So in a lighthearted way, talking about siblings and relationships, funny story. My sister and I have an older sister and a younger brother. So think of me, but think of less tattoos. She's got dark hair and blue eyes, and I've been mistaken for her before. Don't know how, but we have. So her name is Tatiana. We call her Tatty.
Tatty.
We had a great time growing up. We're very close. We've gone through phases where we would not been close, but her and I, oh my gosh, this is almost embarrassing to admit as an adult.
I like this.
We used to fist fight.
Like, are we talking like Fight Club? Like Tyler Durden in the house type of thing?
Like when we would get mad at each other and get, like, you took my shirt, what are you doing? And one time, because this was into our teens already, which is kind of embarrassing to admit. But
siblings, that's the way it goes.
Our mom would get tired of hearing of us fighting, and like anytime like it got physical, she didn't want to know about it. So one time, and our mom was a nurse also for some background. So unless you were bleeding, a bone was broken, or there was like a severe trauma, she didn't want to know about it, and you were fine. Yep. You could, put a Band-Aid on it.
Suck it up.
Exactly.
Yep.
So one time my sister and I were fighting and she had punched me in the stomach. And so I'm like, and you know what it's like to get hit in the stomach, right? Just so I walk out into the kitchen. I'm doubled over. I'm like, my mom's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I fell. And she's like, oh my gosh, what did you fall onto? I'm like, Daddy's fist.
And what was the response to that?
She just kind of looked at me and she's like, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah. So you had to walk it off.
Yeah, I had to walk it off, and just I think she wore my shirt that day.
Of course.
Yeah, I lost
She won the
that
fight,
one.
yeah.
She definitely won that fight.
Did you ever win any?
Oh yeah, especially now. I'm a little bit bigger than she is. Yeah, a little bit. She made me very tough.
You guys still?
No, we don't anymore.
Okay.
No, not anymore.
That's fair.
It's been a few years.
Yeah. See, I'm sort of like the same situation. I grew up with two older brothers and one younger sister.
Yeah.
And my brothers would beat the shit out of me all the time. And I'm like a reverse situation. Normally you get the shit kicked out of you. You learn to be tough and you get strong. I went the other way, and I learned to just cry my way out of situations. So I went, like my parents tell me, I was like the happiest baby in the world. So happy, never cried, doing this and that. And then once I got old enough for my brothers to beat the shit out of me, I became a huge crybaby. So I was this crybaby little wussy. I guess I still am. I shouldn't say I was. I went down the wrong road. So like a couple instances for you to enjoy here. This actually came up yesterday at Father's Day. We were golfing, me and my brothers and my dad and my nephews and nieces.
Yeah.
And we were talking about my arm. Like I got this arm here, and it's really crooked. I don't know if you can tell, but it like turns in, and so I broke both of these bones over here where there was hanging out like this.
Yep.
And that was riding on my bike to go play shinny with my brothers, and my stick fell between my spokes. I had it across my handlebars.
Now that you move your arm, I can see it.
Yeah, and it's like I tried to get it re-broken. It's excruciating all the time. The doctor told me, yeah, you can't just re-break an arm and put it back together. It's like, oh, okay, I guess it's stuck like this. So the first time was hockey. I broke this wrist. My second tryout in PB when we got contact, a guy broke my arm. Then I went and broke it like this, and then it was about 6 months later, I think. We were downstairs.
Oh, all the good things happen downstairs.
Exactly, yeah. Mom and Dad upstairs. We're downstairs. Just finished watching Back to the Future.
Yep.
Which is a great movie. And if you know it at all, Marty McFly, nobody calls him Chicken. He says, you call me Chicken? The guy goes, was Biff Tannen, I think. What are you, some kind of chicken? And he turns around, nobody calls me Chicken. And then, you know, he does the tough guy stuff, and Marty McFly's away. And so we have these big giant pillows. One big red, or is orange, one big orange one, and one big green one.
Yeah.
And my two older brothers running at each other with the pillows. And it's flying back and forth. Full speed.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And they're like, all right, you're up. I'm like, no, I'm good. No, you're up. No, I'm good. What are you? Chicken? Game over, man.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I grabbed the pillow. I'll never forget. There was a coffee table behind me. I start from the coffee table. My brother starts from the other end of the... So stupid when you think about it. Starts from the other end of the basement, and we run full speed. And this is my oldest brother, and he pops me. And I do one of these all the way back, bang, into the table. And my arm, the same arm that I just broke like 2 times within the last like year and a half, breaks again on the table. And of course I start crying because that's like my thing, that's my move.
Yep.
Just start crying away.
Hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. And so I'm crying, oh, my arm. My brother's like, shut up. It doesn't hurt. Don't say that. Don't tell Mom and Dad.
Don't tell Mom and Dad.
It's like, no. It's pretty bad. I'm like, no, it's okay. And then I'm like, F you guys. I'm crying and my arm hurts. I'm going upstairs and tattling because I was a huge tattle. Yep. Don't worry. Eventually I learned snitches get stitches.
Yes.
I live by that now. But back then, oh boy, I wouldn't have lasted a second in jail. That's for sure. And I'm screaming, my arm. And they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then Mom says, okay, I guess we'll go to the doctor. And sure enough, we go to the doctor, broke my arm.
Again. Yeah,
3rd time in like a year and a half. And before we left, my brother's like, it's fine. He didn't even hit anything. And then I came back with the x-ray just to show everyone. Like, you guys were wrong. Look, broke again. And they couldn't argue because the proof was in the pudding.
Well, and at that time to have them print off an extra x-ray for you too.
It was hilarious. It's like, can we take that? I want to show them. Like, yeah, okay. And so that was another one, but there have been so many examples. Like we used to have a bar in the basement, and it'd have the glasses hanging over top. Yep. And my other brother, just for fun, I believe he said he loved the sound that it made when he would throw me full bore into the bar, and then like the whole house would shake, and glasses would like clank, and sometimes they would fall. And he thought that was so funny, so he would always throw me into that. And he also threw me into a wall. We were playing Flash. Because I was really fast. So I was like, I'm the Flash. He's like, okay, I'm the bad guy. And I would just run in circles, and he was standing by a wall right near the kitchen. And as I was running full speed, he sort of just took me and olayed me, and I literally put my head into the drywall where I looked like this, and I could see up inside the wall. And I remember looking at that, because it didn't hurt. It was like funny. And then I said, oh no. And then he looks at me, he looks at the wall, he goes, ew. He just sort of walked away because he's used to getting in trouble. We were troublemakers. And I didn't know what to do, but I thought it was so funny at first until Dad found out. Then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, then it was not funny.
Yeah, and then poor Mom and Dad trying to deal with all of us. This will be my final one. I got stories like this forever. There's so many. But we would always be fighting. Yep. And my dad had enough. Yeah, he's like, okay, both you guys, go in the garage right now. Oh no, I'm scared. My brother's laughing because he's like the toughest dude I've ever met. He's just like, okay, let's go. And we get in the garage, and my dad walks out. He says, okay, boys, I want you both to pick a weapon. Find whatever you want in this garage, and you're going to fight to the death. This is enough. I've had enough of this. Turns around, walks into the house. Like, I pissed my pants. Like, well, I'm dying now. That's it. I had a good run. My brother's got a smile on his face, and he's looking around. He's like, oh. Interesting. He's playing it right up. He's like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, my God, what am I going to do here? Like, I'm dead. This is it. And then I see one of those foamy, like, rolls that you put a sleeping bag on top of.
Oh, yeah.
And I look at him, I go, can you take that one? He just starts laughing. And then we sort of, like, bonded over. So, like, there's all these things. Clearly, we didn't end up having to murder each other. It was just a good parenting move. But a lesson was learned that day for sure. And I don't think we fought as much. But, man, siblings, that's it.
Siblings are the best. Well, you talk about playing Flash with your brother. We used to play this game. My little brother's name is Michael, and we just played Michael Alert. So all it was, he was the youngest, is we would just run away from him, and he would run after us, whether we were at home. So one time we were over at our parents' friend's house with their kids. So we're getting more older people involved with Michael Alert. So we're running. And
do you, like, scream Michael Alert?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. And anytime he gets close to you, Michael Alert. And so one time, we're at my parents' friend's house, and we all book it up the stairs, and there was a corner you had to go by to get up the stairs. Well, my brother is not a sports car. He went right into the middle and smashed his head open. So Mom's like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, we were playing Michael Alert. He didn't make the corner. Like, it's his own fault, right? Like, we didn't do
put that on
anything.
us. No.
So now my brother has a nice scar down the middle of his forehead.
See, and memories. And great memories.
Oh, he's tough. Like, now he's 6'5". Like, nobody messes
That's
with
a big
him. Like,
dude,
he's a big boy, and I'm kind of scared of my little brother, but he's my little brother.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's how family works, man.
family's great.
Amazing stuff. And all the love to all the families out there. We are very lucky and blessed, and we greatly appreciate it. Okay. Anything else we want to get to before we wrap up here, young lady?
Well, we have all those lovely stories about our siblings, but we are actually doing a giveaway for 2 copies of Favorite Daughter.
Yes.
So send us your favorite stories of your siblings, whether they're fun, whether they're wild like our stories were, or whether they're just heartwarming. And we were going to pick our favorite ones, and we will give away 2 copies of the book.
And how do people get those into?
Message us on Instagram at Not That Kind of Book Club.
There you go.
Amazing.
Rihanna, I love you so much, dude. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're a member of this amazing family. And I'm a little upset we didn't get to see Les, but
I know,
we
me
love
too.
her. And
We're thinking of her.
Yep, absolutely, always. And she'll be back for the next one, I'm sure.
Yep.
So we got that going for us. And new episodes every Friday.
Every Friday.
If you're looking for a book club, we got one for you.
Come join
Thanks
us.
to this beautiful young lady right here and her co-host Les with Not That Kind of Book Club. Dude, thank you so much for giving me a couple minutes here. I really appreciate it.
Thank
and
you so
I think
much.
this is sort of going to be a thing that we start doing whenever you record. We'll just do one of these as well because it's always fun to check in.
It's always so fun to be on your show. Thanks for having me on your show.
Give me some.
It's right up there.
We good? So good. Thank you again. Rihanna and Les and just everyone here, man. You know, when she said your network, I felt my skin crawl earlier in that interview. I was like, no. It's not mine. None of this is mine. It's all of ours. And it's always nice to reiterate that because I tell anyone who will listen, this is the only time in your life that you'll have something that is too good to be true. Something where someone wants to help you out with nothing in return. So be sure to hit us up. That's it for today. An amazing Monday edition in the books. Thank you to Tristan the Destroyer, as well as LB and my sweet, beautiful Phenom, and everyone here, man. I'm just full of love today. So nice. So damn nice to be able to come in here and feel that. So thank you to you for being a part of this as well and allowing us to continue to chase these dreams that we do. Tomorrow, it will be another edition of the All Outta Angst podcast. Uncle Mike will be in the house, as well as Matt from all the bands. And we'll see if we have a couple more exciting special guests. And Phenom's doing a Tuesday show. It's going to be pretty sweet. Very excited to see you, but you say hi. There he is. That's my dude. So until then, have an amazing rest of your Monday. There is basketball going on tonight. Pretty exciting. Indianapolis versus Oklahoma City. Spicy P, Pascal Siakam playing. And SGA, some Canadian content in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So either way, enjoy your Monday. And remember, karma is very real. Do good things and they'll start happening to you. This is proof right here. Have a great day.